the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hey, 180, 57. I got him. Say. Right.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Prescott now. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Anything moves, we hit it.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, 47. 26.
From the 38, Prescott. And that is incomplete here. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Prescott.
Come on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Ballage. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
There we go.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch QB drop. Tighten up. Quarter.
Now Balaj. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike by 2. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, kill.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming
With
again.
Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
He's checking. Crash. Rush in. Tight dog. All right.
The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Monday. Hug.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Cowboys nothing.
Know your job. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Don't let him breathe. Middle.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And able to find Dorsett. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Balaj down at the 30 after a gain of 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Jump. Check 13. Check 13. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on a game a week ago, and another one right here, oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Out to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Mike, 55.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 99! Check 99!
On second down, it's Washington.
Run to the ball! We got a runner!
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Come on, baby!
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They run it with Balaj, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Monday. Kill. Hug.
They'll run here with Balaj.
Run!
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He finds Kalen Balaj, his running back. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go, D, let's go! Monday. Let's get there. Check three. Hey, orbit!
On third down, Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Prescott to throw it. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Mike 52. What we got?
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Two right here. And we're pretty quiet, D.
On first down, it's Carson. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come off the ball hard. Here we go, 46, 46. 55 to Mike. 26, 55.
Now Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting some...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Do you think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Prescott. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and long for Prescott. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Prescott rolling to his left, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Alert 3. Match box. Light.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Great job, man. Keep getting those touchdowns.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Prescott off play action. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but it'll be second down. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans, Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington at Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Double up. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Check 47. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Forbath able to convert the extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the lead is down to 24. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the second down throw on target. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Prescott down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.